Street Poetics Entertainment, baby. Renegade Poetics.
I'm Kimura, CEO and founder of Street Poetics Entertainment, LLC. Your vision is our vision. Let's work! Alright, so in this video, it's going to show you how to properly route your buses and understand the importance of bussing out your effects versus just placing the effect right on the track. Alright, so I'll play a little sample right here.
Come and ride with me. No, it's not a drop top. No, it's not Mercedes.
And if you look over here, you can see like it kind of automating, right? So when I click on the bus, or let me bring it up. Command 2 to bring up your mixer window in Logic. When you have your buses, it's actually auxiliary tracks. So you can see bus 1, bus 2, and bus 3. Bus 1's reverb, bus 2's delay, and bus 3 is 8th note delay. So the importance of this is versus you just tossing your reverb right onto the track, right? Well, doing that, you can't really control it. It's whatever settings you have in the plugin will be exactly what it sounds like on the track versus if you drop it into a bus. Now, to properly route and bus things, I use this track right here as an example. See, there's no buses on here. Again, if you can't see anything, you can hit I. I will be your inspector window. So you're going to go to your send. By clicking on your send, okay, you're going to go to bus. You bus 1. Okay, bus 1 will normally create a auxiliary track. So you know what, since you guys don't really know what I'm talking about yet, I'm going to do bus 4 because I haven't used that yet, okay? Boom, bus 4. So when I look at my mixer window, auxiliary 4. I'm going to rename that reverb 2. Boom. So bus 4 is reverb 2. Now you can go the extra mile and rename the actual buses as well. But we don't have to do that. So bus 4 now, so when I go to buses, bus 1's reverb, bus 2's delay, bus 3 is 8th delay, and then bus 4 is reverb 2. So for this track, I'm going to go ahead and just bus it to reverb. Boom. Alright, so now I believe this is the rough mix of this track. Right here. But you can hear how it's dry, right? Now when I click over here, see the bus, there's a little knob right here, right? See me spinning it? You'll hear the difference as I play with it. It's going to be reverb.
Come and ride with me. No, it's not a drop top. No, it's not Mercedes. We could puff a little line, get hazy. Sip a little something if you want, let's get wavy. Come and ride with me.
So what you've seen there is I have complete control over how much reverb I want. You know, you don't want your track swimming in reverb, especially vocals. This technique's perfect for vocals or instruments where you just want a little bit of reverb, but you still want the transparency in the mix. You don't want it to be so reverbed out, unless it's a sound you're going for, that it sounds like it's swimming, you know what I mean? You want to have a nice blend. So, moving back to the original track where I already have the buses in there, see the reverb on this track, bus 1, there isn't that much reverb on it, so when you hear the vocal,
come and ride with me. No, it's not.
You can barely notice the reverb, and you can hear the delay. And if you watched over here, the delay kind of just does its thing. So if I go ahead and hit A, there's my automation. My send 2, which is bus 2, it's my delay. So that's my delay automation. So when I play it, it'll react once the note head goes over it.
No, it's not a drop top. No, it's not Mercedes. We could puff a little line, get hazy. Sip a little something if you want, let's get wavy.
But the vocals sound good, and they don't sound too reverbed out, but it gives it just enough of a shape where it cuts through the mix nicely and clean. Again, to set up an auxiliary channel, pretend this is a vocal track right here. Well, this is a vocal track, but like pretend this is your vocal track, your instrument track in audio format. You can even bus MIDI. It works the same way. You're going to go over to your inspector, or you can go to your mixer, whatever one. I to turn your inspector on, or you can hit Command 2, and here's your mixer window. Either way, you can do both. You're going to go click on the send area. It's going to say send, and you're going to select a bus. So we'll go ahead and do bus 7, because I haven't used that. Boom. An auxiliary track pops up on the mixer right here. You want to name it, whatever effect you're trying to do. So we'll say flanger. And then you're going to go up here to your inserts, and then you're going to insert a flanger. And now you have well, here's your flanger settings. So then you just set however you want, how much you want, intensity, all that nonsense. And then, alright, so for bus 5, or excuse me, bus 7, now you can adjust how much flanger you want in the track. So I'll play it real quick.
No, it's not a drop top, no, it's not Mercedes. We can pop a little line, get hazy. Sip a little something if you want, let's get ready. Come and vibe with me. No, it's not a drop top, no, it's not Mercedes. We can puff a little line, get hazy. Sip a little something if you want, let's get wavy.
So you can see I can flange the crap out of it or just put a little bit in there. Honestly, I wouldn't put flanger on vocals unless it calls for it. This track doesn't call for it. Again, that's how you bust things out and properly route your effects so you're not just dropping them right on the track. You have way more control over your reverbs, delays, compressions, whatever you want to do, all right through your sends here, your buses. Just make sure you label them in your mixing window, because so you don't get confused on which one is which. Also, never touch these faders. Never touch the auxiliary faders. Always keep them at unity or 0. If for some reason it's not at 0, hold option and click on it. It will go right to 0. So for instance right here, boom, see how it popped right to 0? Option click. Never adjust your faders on your effects. Always keep them where they're at, because you adjust them right here, these knobs. And you can actually program these knobs into one of your MIDI controllers. You just right click and assign channel strip, excuse me, not channel strip, but you can assign the component, assign the knob, and then you can spin it manually on your MIDI controller. I prefer to do a lot of mixing manually. I have a Nectar Panorama 6. It has 8 fader packs and a motorized fader along with a bunch of knobs, so I can automate the pan and volume and delays. I can just do it by hand. Just set the automation to latch or touch. Usually latch works good. And then I just spin the knobs and go by ear, because you don't want to just do it and not get the sound you want. You want to do it by ear where it sounds good. You'll have to do it a couple times if it doesn't come out the way you want, but it's always better to do mixing and automation by ear, because remember, the consumers, they listen. They use their ear to hear the track, and it's much better than just following numbers and meters. Yes, it's important, but ultimately the ear wins over meters. Anyways, so that's how you properly bust things out. If you guys like this video, again, go ahead and drop suggestions in the comments for more facts or tutorial videos you'd like to see, or any type of questions you guys have, concerns. If you guys want mixing tips, mastering tips, I work in Logic Pro X for production, and sometimes I mix and master in Logic as well as Pro Tools. I can show you guys how to do that. I can show you guys how to do audio post work. I can show you guys how to produce to film, add film videos into the track, and then produce to the film. It'll pop up right over here in this box. It'll be the movie that you're working on, and then you can, and it'll be stripped out, and then you can go ahead and add audio, sound effects, sound design, all that good stuff. Again, how to properly bust things out and set up your auxiliary sends. This is Street Poetics Entertainment. Your vision is our vision. We hope to see you soon. Temptation, baby. Yeah, way too much temptation lately. I need a vacation, Lord save me. Cause these problems I'm facing gon' grave. Ain't no mistaking, I'm kicking like Tom Brady. Trying to reach a billion is silly but not crazy. I was always told, life is what you make of it, making your own road. From cushion the caddy to blowing the ozone. I came a long way, surviving a broken home. Once my pops died, I was stuck on my own. Forced to be a man, goddamn I'm grown. Don't have my family hate me, they wish the devil take me, but I walk with God, cause the Lord appreciate me.